Hey, Faithful! Welcome to another episode of Voice of a Niner Faithful. I'm Jason, your host. Today, we'll be doing our instant react to the 49ers win against the Saints, 26-21. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to get more 49ers content from a fan's perspective. All right, let's get into it. A win is a win, 26-21. I thought that it was a shaky start for Mac Jones, but he came back, did some good things. His numbers were, let me look at my screen here, 279 passing yards, 3 TDs. He was 26 for 39. Really good for a backup, especially. I think he did an awesome job. He's not as mobile, it's obvious, as Brock Purdy is, but he did the job that he needed to do, and we got the win. The other big thing that I think happened was our defense stepped up. The first half, there wasn't a single penalty. It was the second half that got our penalties, and yes, some of them were on the defense. I think the one that they did on Upton Stout, it didn't look like he was, holding him or anything, the 5-yard automatic first down penalty. That I think that was a crappy call. That wasn't on him. I think Upton Stout did awesome this game. Yeah, he did a few rookie mistakes, but all in all, he did awesome. He was all over the field. Upton Stout is going to be a superstar in this league. He did really good for this team today. The Dre Greenlaw one. Dre Greenlaw. I say Dre Greenlaw. It was D Winters. Same idea though. He hit the player out of bounds. I mean, it was really close. I mean, I think that could have gone both ways, but technically he was out of bounds at the time of the hit. So, but that's something we've seen from Dre Greenlaw in the past as well. And here's D Winters doing the same thing. He's excited. D Winters was all over the field too. That was awesome. And I think with D Winters, he's showing that he can replace Dre Greenlaw. As much as we'll all miss Dre Greenlaw, I love Dre Greenlaw. I actually have 2 of his football cards, signed autographed football cards of Dre Greenlaw. And I'm never going to part with them because 49ers are 49ers. I don't part with 49er cards. But Dre Greenlaw and D Winters, interchangeable. I think D Winters has taken that next step. He's come up and he's shown he can hang. He is that linebacker too, next to Fred Warner. Fred Warner did awesome too. Even in coverage. Lots of good tackles, lots of good pass breakups. Very happy with how our defense has already been progressing, even with all the rookies that have to play. Now, I didn't see what happened to Kyle Juszczyk, why he went out of the game. He had a couple good plays beginning, and then he went out of the game for something. I'm going to see if I can find it. But I think we did a really good job. Yes, again, yeah, they scored 21 points on us. But for the amount of rookies we have on the team and the injuries we have currently still, they did a really good job in this game. I think for the Saints side of this, Rattler actually progressed. He did better than he did last week. And he's gonna step up for the Saints the rest of this season. and they're just going to get better. Both this game and last game, they were close games for the Saints. So I foresee the Saints, maybe not this year, but by next year they are going to step up. But luckily they didn't do that this year. Now I'm going to see if I can find what happened to Kyle Juszczyk here. What did Kyle use? I'm killing his name. I know I am. But while I'm correcting that, Juwan Jennings, awesome job. 5 receptions, 1 TD. It's a good thing we kept him, and I'm happy he's healthy. Bryce Huff, sack. That was awesome. That is why we got Bryce Huff. Bunch of people covering Nick Bosa. There's Bryce Huff to come around the other side. Now, other teams are going to watch this tape, and they're going to say, oh, great, now we have to block both Bryce Huff and Nick Bosa. It's going to get easier on them. 7 solo tackles for Fred Warner. I'm going to bring this up. And now that I have a proper spelling of Juszczyk's name, I can finish looking that up. And there's... Oh, no, now I have fat fingers, literally. ZCZYK. Go out of the Saints game today. A concussion. At least that's what the overview in the second quarter. Okay, here it is. What the ESPN is saying. Nick Wagner suffered a concussion in the second quarter and was quickly ruled out for the rest of the game. It's unclear when or how Juszczyk suffered the concussion. Yeah, I didn't see it, so I don't know how he got a concussion. But he spent more than 5 minutes in the blue medical tent before heading to the locker room. So hopefully he'll clear concussion protocols. Maybe it's just he banged his head really hard on the turf. That turf, my God, both teams were just sliding all over that stuff. That's artificial turf. And it was affecting the Saints more, and that was their home field. And it was affecting them more than it was the Niners, but the Niners, you could still see lots of slides. There's something screwy with the Saints' home field, and that's something that they're going to have to work on. I'm happy that it didn't do any major injuries, and hopefully Juszczyk is going to be okay. Whew, excuse me. I had to get up early for this game. I thought that the 3 tight ends, Tonjes Farrell and Braden Willis, helped fill the rest of the game. And I think it's going to be a tough road next week. Hopefully Purdy will play, because the Cardinals, their run game is really good. They are a decent team this year so far. And did they play, or are they playing now? Let's go look. Home. Arizona is currently up at, as I'm recording this, it's already the second quarter, and they're up 10-3, and they have the ball. But Kyler Murray is only 3 for 7. So I don't know who got their touchdown. It doesn't even show their, James Conner, he has 5 carries and 1 reception, and Bryce Young on the other side, 11 for 15, but I guess he had an interception, which is maybe what happened. So we'll see what happens with the Cardinals during this game, but yeah, it'll be interesting. And it looks like the Rams won, so they are now 2-0. Stafford had an interception, though. And the Seahawks, how's the rest of our division doing? Seahawks, where are you? Did you play? Detroit. Oh, yes, there. Seahawks beat Pittsburgh. So they're 1-1. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting game next week. But getting back to this game, bring up the full box score here. Ricky Pearsall, another 4-catch game, but half the yards that he had last week. But still productive. Christian McCaffrey, he both ran for 55 and he caught for 52, so he had another over 100-yard total yards receiving and catching. Normal Christian McCaffrey. Kendrick Bourne even had a couple catches, which is good since he just got on the team. Luke Farrell, not normally his thing, catching passes, but he got a couple. And he got the touchdown. So good for Luke Farrell. I think that was his first touchdown ever. Kyle Juszczyk only had the one. I don't know. He must have. I'm going to have to rewatch the game and go over it a little more and try to figure out where he might have got that concussion. I just don't understand. I didn't see it. So we had Fred Warner getting a fumble recovery. Yeah, sorry about that. Nick Bosa with a sack. Upton Stout with a sack. As I said earlier, Upton Stout's going to be a superstar. He's awesome. He's learning as he goes. He did make some rookie mistakes, but he's plenty made up for it. Bryce Huff with a sack, so the team had a total of 3 sacks. Isaac Rendo did okay on his kick returns. Eddie Pinheiro, new kicker. Yeah, he missed that extra point. What are you going to do? It was the first kick that he did. And but he came back the rest of the game, got all his field goals, got all the other extra points. I think he'll be fine. It was just that, hey, I hadn't kicked in a little while. Thomas Morstead got some good kicks within 20, between the goal and 20-yard line. That's really good. That's what we want. We want to pin the other team back. I think our special teams improved from last week to this week. And I'm definitely happy about that. They still need some work, but they did improve. See how it goes against the Cardinals next week. Now, will Brock Purdy play next week? I don't know. I hope he does. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. McCaffrey will still be there. Ricky Pearsall will still be there. Kendrick Bourne will still be there. Juwan Jennings are still going to be there. I'm hopeful that Kyle Juszczyk will be back. I'm like I said, he had the concussion, but let's get him out of concussion. Maybe it was just a bonk and they're just playing it safe. Hopefully he'll be fine. But I think we still have enough pillars at the moment to move on to next week. Even if Brock Purdy doesn't play, I think we can still squeak out a win there too. But hopefully he does play And then week 4 is what I'm looking forward to. I want to see Demarcus Robinson. Where did I put it? I dug out, I was looking for something else at the time. Here it is. And I didn't even realize I had a Demarcus Robinson card. And let's see if I can get it up here. I know it's a Chiefs card, but it's still one of those cards of the with the part of the jersey in it. Pretty cool card. I didn't even realize I had it, and it's like, oh, hey, look, new 49er. So week 4 should be interesting with him back. Week 5 will be the big test, because we still won't have, I don't think, we won't have Ayuk, and obviously we're not going to get Kittle back by that point, because you got to be out 4 games, and that would be game 4 that he would be out. But I think we'll be healthier by that point. So that'll be a good litmus test of where we're at. If we can beat the Cardinals and we can beat the Rams in these first 5 games, and we've already beaten the Seattle, that would be awesome for our chances of getting the division win. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1 game at a time. We now have 2 wins, 2-0. Next week is Cardinals week. I think we actually still have a chance at that. But if we don't, it's not the end of the world. Something to remember. A couple of years back, we started 3-4, and we still went to the Super Bowl. I think that was our Super Bowl year, or at least the NFC playoffs, or the NFC championship. We went 3-4 that year, so let's not panic, all right? There is one thing I want to mention before I log off for now. I've seen a lot of people hammering on Trent Williams, saying, "Oh, let's trade him, let's dump him, It's week 2. He had a rough first game. This game was better. And as the weeks go on and he's getting into his normal rhythm of how he practices and everything, because remember, he didn't do a whole lot in the off season. He did some. He did more than he usually does, but it still wasn't a lot. It's week 2. We have 2 wins. He'll be fine. He's going to be back to his normal Trent Williams. It's all good. Calm down. With that, 26-21, final score. San Francisco wins. Let's take the win. Let's enjoy the week. And plan on beating the Cardinals with the home opener. One day I'm going to get out to Levi Stadium. I have not been, and I'm hoping to make it someday. I will, and when I do, I'm going to do a show from the stadium. I think it's going to be awesome. So until then, until next week, or better yet, until 49ers Trivia Thursday, I'm Jason. This is Voice of a Niner Faithful. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Go Niners!